Well, I think I see some airplanes.
But what else? I persisted. The conversation went along this way as she described all the things she could see. She was, however, too young to understand what she could not see. As she listed all the things floating around in space, she never mentioned space itself. Finally, I asked, "Well, what about the space?" And she laughed at the obvious answer to what was all around her, but she hadn't been looking at the sky in that way. A challenge in life for many is we forget about the space because we are drilled into the planets and stars and airplanes. Space is what offers the potential for creation, change, and growth. All the opinions going around are subject to change. They don't matter all that much. What does matter is what's not changeable, and one thing that doesn't change is the truth. The permanent things in this life are essential. If it's mutable, it's not going to be around forever, and so it doesn't matter that much. That, nonetheless, is where we tend to put our focus. I'm going to ask you to remember the space. How this philosophy matters as it pertains to the instruction I'm going to lay out and the stories I'm going to share is that what lasts forever is your mark on the world. You determine your legacy in your behavior and interaction with other people on this planet, every day and in every moment. If you treat every human interaction as a sacred event, that's a success. That's a legacy worth leaving. Another point I'm going to make is that time is irrelevant in examining our human experiences. In other words, it's never too late. If you failed at a particular moment, you can succeed in the next one. We all fail, and we all succeed. The secret is recognizing that both experiences are crucial to success. I'm going to remind you that life conspires to help you in everything you do. Life itself is a conspiracy to assist you in every way possible. The forces of the universe conspire to help you live a fruitful life that benefits others. We can help each other win. It doesn't matter if it's in business or writing or relationships. We can have a wonderful life experience. As you learn the 8 principles in this book, you might not draw the same conclusions I did, but I promise that you will put this book down having changed in some way. I know it's a bold assertion, but I stand behind it. Putting these 8 principles in practice will help you grow further into the person you're meant to become. My goal is for the practical application of these points to come through in such a way that you can easily apply them to your own life. To conclude this introduction, I must mention the disclaimer that success and failure are 2 ends of the same sausage. If you're going to play this game we call life, you're going to eat the whole sausage, both ends of it, and that means you're going to experience failure and success. You may as well make good friends with that fact, so you don't get emotionally charged by either outcome. You can't get puffed up when you succeed, or feel broken-hearted when you fail. Failure is an inherent and inevitable part of success. It would be best to learn to enjoy failure just as much as success, because both will come and both will go. If you can't be happy with failure, success is never going to be enough for you. Living a bold and disruptive life means you will both succeed and fail multiple times. That's how you learn and how you grow. Mistakes and failure are the ultimate teachers that will lead you to success in career, family, friendships, or daily interactions with others. In my companies, we know that failure happens, and I'm going to illustrate how we handle it professionally with our team. Our company's ethos centers around the idea that what you do with failure is what counts. When I ask people to invest in my companies, I tell them the mission is more important than making money. How's that for a disruptive ask? I urge potential investors to keep the purpose in mind as being in alignment with the target is how they make money. Focusing on the success or the dollar signs and expecting that the method I employ will work can't be a part of the process. After many years in business,